Hello everybody and welcome to my Heirloom Organic Vegetable Garden series for September the 15th. And these are huge plants, guys. I'm blown away by just the sheer size of them. So this is one plant. Look at that. Try to get far enough back here, you guys, to get an idea. Like, look at the size of this thing. Massive. And the beans, I can't believe the size of them. Look at that. And they're not even woody. They're just massive beans. Like, tender as can be. Which is really unusual. Usually, you know, green beans, when they get too big, they get woody. They almost have the same texture as a yellow bean, but with a green bean taste. Oh man, what a score. This is crazy. This section is massive. Like, that's got to be 14 feet across, at least. My helper's not here yet. I guess he's running a bit behind this morning. This is going to be nuts. I'm thinking this is going to be more than 96 pounds. Oh yeah, man, it tastes good. These are even like way better than the velour or the yellow beans. I just can't believe how tender they are. They're so tender, you can almost mush them instead of chew them. Man, they taste good. All right, well, I got a ton of beans to pick here, and I'm hoping my helper shows up. If he doesn't, I'll be picking this for 2 days. I just can't believe the size of it. Like, look how big it is on the table. That's one single plant. Mind blowing. That's what I'll tell you right now, guys. I don't believe this. And I didn't weed this section. Like, I did nothing. I threw the seeds in the ground and walked away for 72 days. Man, this is the best garden you could ask for, actually, this year. That's off of one plant. The pail weighs 2.2. 4 pounds of beans on one plant. 4 pounds, guys, on one single bean plant. That's crazy. I can't believe it. I think I'm going to have a ridiculous amount of green beans. Contact. Doug keeps going back into the garage on me. He doesn't like the biting house flies either. And they're not horse flies, guys. I know the difference. They're nasty house flies. They bite, and Doug's got some pretty good welts on his head. They feed on the top of his head. They feed on my legs, but I got pants on today, so they're not bothering me. But Doug's getting bothered. But that's crazy. Not only is there a ridiculous amount of beans on them right now, but the plants just finished another flowering, and they've got a whole new crop of beans growing on the top of the plants. They just finished flowering, and now they're growing another set of beans. These plants, it's nuts. I can't believe what they're producing. I saw all the flowers last week, but they're in a full second wave here of beans. That's I just can't. I've never seen bean plants this big. Never. And a second wave. Like, if I wanted to, you know, hand pick them, bend over, and not rip the plants out, you know, we could get 2 big crops out of this probably. The way the weather's holding out, they'd grow right to the end of September. Well, I'll finish my beans off here that I picked earlier. I'll put them in water. Plus, I'll clean some up for supper tonight. Oh, they're nice beans, guys. Like, I can't believe how tender they are for the size of them. Because when I was a kid, green beans, sorry, right? I'll wait till my mouth is full here. When I was a kid, green beans, I remember my parents growing them, and you had to pick them early or they got woody. I mean, these are not woody at all. Not even close. They almost have the same texture as a yellow bean, but they taste like a green bean. I'm going to have a big crop. Tomorrow, Simon and I will finish this off. We'll have them completely pulled and picked, and probably start cleaning them. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. But I'm definitely going to have my freezer full. Oh, I feel so much better now. The idea of not having my freezer full of food was sort of freaking me out. Sort of like freaking me out there the end of May when I couldn't plant my garden because I hurt myself. And I had to wait till the end of June to plant it. So if you think about this, guys, you know, I didn't plant my garden till June 28th. I think it was June 28th. It was a long time past the date that I was supposed to plant it. I couldn't believe that this morning though. 4 pounds of beans off of one plant. But this is the way to pick beans. Just rip the plant out of the ground, have them on a table. I couldn't imagine doing this bent over. My back wouldn't agree with it at all. So basically, I did about 5 feet in that row and about 3 feet on that row, and I got a bucket and a half. So probably about 10 pounds, 12 pounds of beans. I'm gonna go soak them in the kiddie pool. But I'm just blown away by the sheer size of the plants. They're massive. All right, soak the beans. Keep them nice and crisp and crunchy. And green beans are like my number 2 bean. Number 1 is the velour, which they turn green when you cook them. But these green beans are like, well, one, they're the size of a yellow bean and the same texture, but they taste like a green bean. So it's like the best of both worlds. These are the Blue Lake bush bean. I highly recommend them. I've never had a bad batch growing yet. And I always get them from the Incredible Seeds, and I've never had, like I said, I've never had a bad one. Always works out well. I hope I get like 100 pounds, 96 pounds, I hope, in my freezer, in bags, frozen. And then I'll be set for the year. Because I typically eat about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds in one meal. I cook up big batches, and whatever I don't eat, Doug eats. So it's like basically it's 2 pounds a meal. I couldn't imagine paying $5 a pint the way I pound through them.
And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends, and enjoy the show.